So I want to, for one, apologize for the 2-week little break on top of everything else that happened last week. Myself, my kids, my in-laws, my parents, and my boyfriend all got the flu. So everything kind of went to crap all at once. But we are all better now. So we are just now fighting the allergies. And I am in the middle of getting ready for work. Need to get back on track with talking to y'all and everything. My certified personal trainer course starts back up today. So I will be doing that again full time for the next 16 weeks. No big deal. I got this. Some goals have changed. Some things have happened. Some discussions have been had. And I'm super excited to announce that hopefully within the next year I will be firefighting again, which made me really happy. I spent 5 years of my life, right after having kids, before, during, and after having kids, training, studying, and working my tail off to become a female firefighter in a city close to my small town. And after discussing it with my boyfriend and having some of the realizations that we've had as I've tried to find my new niche and a new career, we have decided that I can go back. Of course, there's things we've got to get lined out first, like childcare for while I'm on shift. My boyfriend's business that he does, my certified personal trainer, because I do, if y'all aren't aware, firefighting, police officers, EMS personnel, we're not very well paid. So I am going to need the secondary source of income, which is going to come from my personal training certification. So that way I'm able to work on my own terms, on my days off. That way it's not interfering with my kids' lives. I'm definitely not going to make the same mistakes that I made the first time around. I'm not going to immediately jump into medic school as much as I would want to. I'm going to hold off. And if I do medic school, it'll be done in increments, as broken down as I can make it. But that won't be till I've been back on the department for a while and my kids are a little older. Just no big deal. I would rather be patient and it take forever than be impatient and have a negative impact on mine and my kids' lives. That being said, I am still doing bodybuilding. I actually started with my trainer the same week that my grandmother passed. And then still the same week that I came down with the flu. But it does affect a little bit of the way I train and the way I eat, because now not only do I need to grow aesthetic muscle and look good, but it needs to be functional as well. Which, I mean, the strength in general will be functional. Just, I'll have to be very, very disciplined, which is something I struggle with. I've never been the most disciplined person with anything. School, responsibility, work. No, actually, when I was at the fire department, I was pretty disciplined. Because I worked my butt off to get there. I wasn't about to let something stupid take it away. No. I'm running out of my heat protectant. But yeah, so there's all that. Currently also looking at apartments and things of that nature. That way I can get my little family back on track. If you follow me on Facebook or anything, you'll notice I've been really closed off and reserved. Hopefully that'll be changing soon. My little family's been going through some stuff, and hoping that will be well back on track by the time all the good stuff comes around. I was trying to plan a vacation for myself and the boyfriend, and then it was like, I'm trying to get an apartment. Maybe spending money on a vacation, however nice, is not the smartest idea right now. So we're holding off on that. Besides, we've got a trip to Disney World next summer for my daughter's birthday. We're taking that trip with my ex-husband, his wife, and all of our kids. Mine and his daughter, my son. It's gonna be a nice little family trip. Me and my daughter's stepmom are super excited because we're making the whole mom, stepmom, dad, stepdad shirts. Cute little family shirts do that thing. Of course, the guys are like, oh my god. But yeah. So, I'm definitely going to need to hop on here a lot for some more accountability. But also to, of course, keep y'all updated on how things are going, because there's a lot going on. To start off with, last week was my first week trying to work out after the flu. It was also happened to be the time of the month where Aunt Flo visits. And for girls, y'all know, especially the ones that work out, that time of the month workouts are very, very different. They're very difficult, or they can be very difficult. Feel a little weaker, a little more unsteady. Leg day is nearly impossible without excruciating pain. So yeah, like there's little tidbits of issues that come with that. But I had a major setback. As soon as I got off got over the flu, started working out again the Friday after I was cleared by my doctor. And did decent. It was hard. I was really out of breath. So there was that. And then to top it off, after I had done that, thought it was all good. The next day I start my cycle, and I woke up and John was home, and he was like, hey, you want to go work out with me? Because he had let me sleep in and stuff because we had stayed up late watching TV, and he knows I'm not exactly a morning person as it is. Tried to do the nice boyfriend thing, let me sleep in, and he's like, I'm going to go work out without her. Thought different of it. He's like, no what? No, she likes to work out. She'll come with me. He woke me up, and I felt off. But I was like, no what? Let me get in the gym. Gym always makes me feel better anyway. We get in the gym, and I was anxious because we didn't go to my gym. We didn't go to Gold's. We went to the fitness center that is close to, the fitness center that's close to our house. It's in the neighborhood that we live in. So we just went to that. I got a little anxious because it's a small area and it looked like it was crowded. But on top of not feeling good already, being weak from the flu, being on my cycle, they didn't have the equipment I needed for the workout I was supposed to do that day. So I did what any good gym rat does, and I adjusted and I switched to leg day because they had all that stuff there. And I get started, and the first thing I had to do was squats. And on a good day, I can squat 160, 175 pounds. I was struggling to lift 75, which is a big deal for me because the squats, squat and deadlift are my favorite lifts. Or they're two of my favorite lifts. Power cleans are by far my favorite, but I don't do them very often because I can't do them very heavy. And I have to be very careful with my knee. I have a tendency of going a little too fast on my my cleans. I mean, you want to be fast, but you don't want to be so fast that your form is shit. But yeah, so I did 75-pound squats. And it was supposed to be a front squat. And my front squat's usually a little, just like maybe 5-10 pounds heavier than my back squat because I have better balance that way. Because a front squat, you're sitting here and the bar is resting like on your clavicles. Like kind of against your neck, but not so against your neck that you're choking. And so when you squat, for me, it helps me balance. But even at 75 pounds, I couldn't really do that. So I switched to a back squat, which is, like I said, it's typically a lighter weight for me on back squats. And I was so exhausted just doing, it was 4 sets of 12. I had a minute rest in between. It was like, it made no sense. Like that, and then it just drove me nuts because I may not be the strongest person in the world, but I'm not that weak. I'm usually not that weak. I had to be reminded several times that not only did I just get over being in bed for a week straight, eating almost nothing, drinking hardly anything because I was in bed with the flu, to working out, and then boom, I was on my period, which already wipes me out as it is. So, like, there were a lot of factors at play, but it got me really, really upset, and I ended up having a massive binge, which is something I do whenever my depression gets bad, or when I get in one of those depressed moods. But I adjusted, and I didn't eat off my meal plan anymore that day. We tried to make it as little of a big deal as we could. That way I didn't get back in those feelings and get upset and then do it again. I have had a lot of support with this. I have a lot of support from my trainer, a lot of support from my nutrition coach, who is actually my ex-husband's wife. She's pretty awesome. She's been really helpful. I've been going through a lot emotionally. The Tamiflu they put me on. The Tamiflu they put me on was a very rough medicine with my it was very rough with my Depakote. Sorry if I keep getting distracted. My boss is texting me and stuff, so I'm having to pay attention to that. But yeah, so it's Monday. I'm gonna get back on track. My boss has me going in an hour early, so that's why I'm doing this video while I'm doing my makeup, because I'm scheduled till 7 today, so it's gonna be like a 10-hour day. if you don't count the lunch break in between. But yeah, so there's that. But yeah, so after that, I was like, I need a little help. So, and it's not even so much that, like, I don't know what to do. It's just having 2 weeks of just off days really screwed with my motivation. And I even told John, my boyfriend, I was like, look, the way I'm feeling right now, I don't care about bodybuilding right now. And it's not a feeling I like, especially considering it was something I was really excited about. But so I have even gone the extra mile and hired a personal trainer to scream at me throughout my workouts that my trainer has given me, because I can't make myself do it right now. And I know I can't. But I also can't go to Austin every day and have my trainer yell at me. So, joys of working in a gym, I am surrounded by personal trainers. So I am paying one of the trainers I work with. I've sent him my workouts and everything that my coach has given me. And he's going to make me go through the workouts. Because, of course, I always work out harder when I've got somebody there with me. Whether it be a friend, it be a trainer, I shouldn't say my boyfriend, because sometimes I get a little lazy around him. And then it pisses him off, and then I work. But yeah. So, got a lot going on. I'm trying to get back to where I need to be. I'm hoping a week of being yelled at, a week of being forced to go in, because I have these appointments and I've spent this money, will kind of help me get back on track with where I want and need to be. And then on top of that, of course, apartment shopping. Trying to find a place that's in my kid's school district so that he's not moving schools. Place that's going to be affordable. Because I do get an hourly rate at work, but most of my money is made off of commission. So, just because I make so much money on one check doesn't guarantee that I'm going to make that much the next. Granted, I seem to be pretty damn good at what I do. But I'd rather not assume I'm going to make that much every time. And I'd rather make sure that I can afford where I'm at, regardless of what kind of check I bring in. So I'm trying to do it the smart way, but it's not very easy in a city like New Braunfels. Because I'm right next to San Antonio. I'm right next to Green. Right next to one of the most popular dance halls in Texas. So, like, everything's a little more expensive up here. I found a couple of options, but I am still looking. And of course, John has said he would help with certain things. But right now, it's not going to be his apartment, so it's not something I want him sinking a bunch of money into. But yeah, so it's been a interesting 2 weeks. of course, I'm very good at thriving under pressure, even if I don't want to. Of course, it typically starts as like I'm just barely surviving, and then it turns into I'm thriving. But yeah, but I got this. Without a doubt, I've got this. It's gonna be what I need it to be. And everything's gonna be the way it needs to be. Oh, and a very exciting bodybuilding update. I actually have my first posing class Saturday. And I ordered my first pair of posing heels, which should be here, I believe, by today. I think they're supposed to be delivered. So I am very, very excited about that. Very nervous. Because, I mean, I know the judges don't know my numbers. Nobody has to know my numbers. But at this point in time, it is very obvious that I am not competition ready. And I will be posing with girls in a group who have already competed, who look like beasts, who are literally my goals. So I have a feeling that I may have some anxiety that day. I'm going to see if I can get a friend or something to go with me as a moral support. Just because being around people in general is scary for me. I don't do well with crowds, confrontation, anything of the such. So the more I can avoid it, the better. On the bright side, I went and got some new makeup. And the last time that I went into Ulta, I told John my son upsold me on everything. That being said, those of you that don't know, Ulta is a makeup store. Last time I went in for foundation, concealer, and that was it. And I left with $300 worth of makeup. And my son tried to do it again today. Or not today, but yesterday when we went to Ulta. Which is funny because John didn't believe me. And then he realized what Aaron was doing. He's like, oh, Mommy, this would be pretty. Oh, Mommy, this would be pretty. It's like, stop. Because I would easily spend all of my money in that store. And I mean, I've kind of told y'all before, makeup is my thing. I like it. It's calming to me when it cooperates. And when it doesn't get in my eye. But yeah, so like, there was a bunch of stuff that I liked that my son kept bringing me. I was like, no, you need to stop. And the worst thing was I brought my daughter in. And if you have kids and you have a little girl, you know what I'm getting at. Because, of course, Mommy was getting makeup. So she wanted makeup. And it was like, no, ma'am. You are not getting makeup right now. Mommy's dreading buying makeup for herself. I'm not buying it for you. This is gonna make me very, very mad. So I was a little frustrated. I didn't even get to finish the bottle of foundation I had, and my skin color changed. So I had to go buy new foundation. And then find out that they don't really carry the foundation I was using, so I got something similar. And I was really, I was super close between two colors. But looks better. Trying to. And I also had to buy new beauty blenders. And I figured, hey, I'll get two. They were super cheap, so yay for new beauty blenders. Still not something I'm completely used to using, so I have to learn how to properly take care of them. I'll tell you what, this thing is the best invention in the world for blending, but it's a pain in the ass to clean, to be completely honest. And because of the way you use it, it's not exactly the easiest thing to clean. But yeah, so yep, so that's that. I am very, very excited though, because I'm anticipating some big changes. I think it's gonna be really good. I think it's gonna be great, honestly. Sorry, did my whole little girl thing there. But yeah, so I'm gonna start working back to get on the fire department again. Gonna buckle down more on my I'm gonna buckle down more on my bodybuilding. Got my first posing class. And if I'm completely honest, I haven't lost any weight in the last 2 weeks. I dropped down about a half pound, and then I actually went back up like a tenth of a pound over what I was at. On the other hand, though, that being said, I was at a point in my training where I'd already dropped like 15 pounds. I was already putting on muscle. I was seeing more definition in my quads and my hamstrings and my calves and my arms. But since getting sick, threw everything off, of course. And I hit that little plateau. That being said, like I said, trying to put this without like putting all my stuff out there, but my chest size, when I first started losing weight, I was at a 38 triple D, no, 38 double D. And I am now down to a 34, but I went back up to a triple D, which I haven't been a triple D since I was pregnant with my kids. For those of you that don't know bra sizes, that's rather large. But it was like a yay, oh shit situation, because of course being a 34 means my chest is getting smaller. However, triple D means I'm going to have more backache. I've got scoliosis, so I've got a bad back already. So larger breasts aren't really what I want. I do, of course, want a more defined chest for the bikinis that I have to wear for the competitions and stuff. But I didn't want any more back problems. So yeah, there was that. But I'll figure it out, just like I do everything else. I'm kind of hoping that maybe because I got sized while I was on my cycle, they were swollen, because that is a thing that breasts do. I know women are weird. But they wouldn't swell up over cup size. So hopefully they'll go down as I'm I keep working out. If I could stick at like a double D or even just a plain D cup, I would be very happy. It would save me a lot of pain and discomfort. I take a lot of Tylenol and ibuprofen for my back as it is. But I mean, there's only so much I can do about that. My back hurts. But yeah, so I'm really excited to see some of the changes that are being made. Do you kind of want to show y'all what I'm talking about, though, as far as I'm seeing some progress. I'm going to leave my shorts on, but I'm starting to get thinner here, cinching everything in. Of course, my love handles are a little more defined right now, but I'm getting cinched in more here, which is where they measure for your chest for your bra. Not as noticeable this way.